Hey guys. Hey y'all. Welcome to the party. I feel so honored. I actually had people waiting for me because I gave you notice. I usually can't plan out when I'm going live. I'm always just so busy and everything's so hectic, but thank you all so much for being here. I greatly appreciate it. Hey Robin. Transcend. Hi, Polly. Oh, yay. Spiritualish. I mean, I gave you your other channel. Jenny is here, okay, from Elevated Entrepreneur. So happy to see you. Wendy. I'm going to clear energies. So, y'all made it in time for, I think, the best reading of my channel. And messages that I have been getting. You should pat yourself on the back. You're the special ones, okay? You're the chosen ones today. So I had changed the name of my channel because I was just feeling I needed an energy shift with the channel. And then today I was like, nobody's gonna know who I am. So I guess I gotta change it back. Kind of a problem, you know, when you're trying to get messages to the right people. Hi, Karen. Hi, Charlene. Welcome, y'all. I just want to thank you all for being such wonderful supporters. And thank you so much for being here. I thank you for all your prayers. And thank you for all your prayers to the world. Oh my God, thank you for helping with this mission to help heal the world, helping us to get to 5D. So I feel that the collective is starting to see things in a new light. We're starting to see things more on a galaxy scale. We're seeing things not just like Earth. We're seeing things energetically. We're seeing and becoming more aware of the astral realms. We're becoming more aware of our consciousness is rising. We're getting truths, okay? So many truths are being revealed to us from history, from, lifetimes ago, civilizations ago, Atlantis, Lemurian. So much is shifting in terms of our awareness right now. And it's going to help us to put together the pieces in the 3D and help us to solve problems. And I feel like that's what my spirit team is helping me to do, is to be able to take what I see in the ethereal realms or the astral realms, when I'm doing healing work, and even my own personal healing journey, what I see, and then putting it together in the 3D and then trying to make sense of it. So on the weekly reading that I did over on Patreon, I kept getting a really strong message this week in regards to Superman. I kept getting the theme song for Superman, and I kept thinking about he's Clark Kent during the day and he's Superman, when nobody knows it, and he's secretly saving the world. And I got this very important message about Superman, like there was somebody that was helping with the galaxy. Well, I think there's many of us that are stepping into our role as Superman right now. Thank you, Equus. And all of us are starting to realize how powerful we are. We're starting to realize who we were in past lives. If you're on that journey, there are many people awakening to the fact that they were once goddesses, very high deities, possibly very, very well-known people in history, like Julius Caesar and things along those lines, different regimes that they might have been a part of, kings, queens, and really starting to put together the pieces, start to heal these karmic cycles. So in the weekly reading, it was saying that there was going to be this major truth, I guess, that would come to light this week, and it came in as the Chariot, and it was linked to Robert Mueller and the Mueller report. And I was just like, oh my God, like, what is this? And I was getting messages around it in the reading, but I really couldn't like put a pin on exactly what it was, but it was just showing up in terms of everything that happened to basically shut that report down and shut the investigations down. That's kind of what was coming up in the weekly reading, but it was showing that something was going to come to light. There was going to be like some kind of a truth that would come to light this week that would help us to close a cycle, like a major cycle. And that report was obviously investigating the 2016 election. Okay, so I have been on my own healing journey. I have been attacked by probably different energies just because of my channel and the content. But specifically today, my guides were taking me back to the very beginning where it all happened. And the very beginning of this was a client of mine that came through. And I've talked about this client. He first came through doing email readings through me, and his email readings would talk about him having ties to the Oval Office and a lot of talk about these ancient spell books and there was a lot of weird inclinations that he was referring to in these readings. And a lot of it was talking about this ancient spell work and his ties to the Oval and his connection to, the White House, okay? And so, thank you for the donation, Lorraine. You're so sweet. Thank you. And so, I then remembered the final meeting I had with that person who I eventually would have Zoom sessions with. And, I would meet with him like every week and I'd have like a Zoom session. But I never got to see his face. It was like a phone session. And then I remember he had this ancient deck and he was flipping cards. Like, it sounded like he was flipping cards, like on his table. And he's like, I have this ancient deck from Louisiana, okay, New Orleans. And he's like, it's a very old ancient deck. And then all of a sudden, like right when he flipped it, it felt like he pushed my soul like out of my body. And I screamed. And I had never had like such a scary experience like that before where I was so out of control. And then he was like, oh, so sorry, I didn't mean to do that. And blah, 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 blah. Anyways, we ended the session and then I never met with him again. But I remember talking to my friend at the time, and he had a background in military, and I don't know, it sounded like he was maybe like I don't know. He worked for some type of intelligence group. And he said, oh, he was just probably messing with you. He was just playing with you and just trying to like flex his muscles or something like that to show you how powerful he is. And I was like, well, who would be messing with black magic that they would like push your soul out of you? Like, who would do that? And he was like, well, there are like certain military groups that know how to do that or have that background or intelligence or things like that. So that was kind of the conversation around it. But today I went back there because I was being guided back to everything that happened with that interaction. And in hindsight, years later, I'm realizing that a lot of those emails that were sent to me in his readings were, I want to say like coded in a form of like black magic. Okay. So it's like they start doing like a spell work on you early on through emails and things like that. And then eventually he got close enough to me to be able to do something more intense, obviously. Is that what was the gateway into V2K? I have no idea. That's like voice to skull. Was that the gateway into my twin flame situation in the dream state? Perhaps it was like a false twin flame situation. I don't know, but he definitely did something to me and he was definitely dark. And yeah, so I started to clear those energies today, and I was working through clearing all of that black magic out. And I, kept kind of like just following my guidance, whatever I'm guided to do. My guides kind of took me back to the exact office I was in when he did that to me, when he pushed my soul out. And then I was holding up a cross in my third eye to basically rebuke and send back whatever energy he had sent to me, if there was an exchange of energy. And I started to clear all of the other emails and stuff that he had sent me that felt like they had some kind of dark energies to them, that kind of like they zapped me when I read them. So I started to clear all of those energies out. And I was laying down, and it was really powerful because as I was clearing these energies, it was like real heavy stuff coming off of me. I mean, really, really, really heavy stuff. And I had to like lay down to get the dark black magic off of me that he had done to me. And as I was clearing it, I started to get attacked more, okay? And I found my soul in the astral plane, kind of like hanging out, and all of these dark energies from the lower realms, the lower astral realms, coming up at me and like attacking me. And I was like, what is this? Like, it's attacking. As I'm clearing whatever he did to me, I'm getting attacked now by like a lower astral realm or something like that. So then I was guided to then put crosses over the lower astral realms to stop that energy from further attacking me. And as I am now mentally doing this, okay, this is like not easy work to do when you're being attacked and then you're trying to thwart the energy and clear the energies out. But I know I do this a lot, so I guess it's just kind of how it is right now. So I kept putting crosses down to clear the energy and create a separation between me and the lower realm so that I couldn't get attacked anymore by whatever this was. And it was a forceful energy. It was like black energy. Like, that's all I can kind of describe it as. Like the heaviest energy you could imagine, like the darkest dark energy. It felt like a curse. Like if you were to like go in and walk into what a curse looked like, so to speak, this is what it would feel like. It's the heaviest energy. It's hard almost, like it has like a density to it. And you can't even like, it's very hard to break through it. And when you put a cross on it, it actually magnetically like pushes back at the cross because it's that powerful of an energy. Just to kind of like get you guys some information about what black magic looks like on the back end. And so I was covering the area and adding more crosses to create a barrier of sorts to try to just keep it down. And what ended up happening was all of the magic started to clear and the resistance started to move away and it started to fall, and like it was like a huge fog, okay guys, a huge fog that cleared. And then all of a sudden I saw the face of Hillary Clinton, okay? And I was like, what is this? And like I found her. Like I found her through the fog of this darkness. That's essentially what it looked like. As I'm clearing all of this evil that's linked to the White House at Trump's presidency. And I see her and I'm like, what is this? And all of a sudden I get the Aretha Franklin song. This shit is so wacky. Rescue Me comes in and it was like, rescue me. And I was like, what did they do to Hillary? And I see Hillary Clinton, okay, comes into view, and I see her at the very lower realms, okay? She's at the bottom of this lower realm. Through all of that thick fog, that thick black magic that I had put all of those crosses over, okay, to try to clear. I mean, I'm talking like 20 minutes to get this thing to clear, okay? And I see her underneath it all in a lower realm, her astral body, okay? And she's in a room alone. And I'm like, what did they do to her? And then I like look down and I try to get close to her. And then I place a cross on top of her to try to like see if I can just get her to like get the energy moving. And I placed the cross on top of her. And as I placed the cross on top of her, her light body started to rise. And it started to rise above all of the other stuff. And I watched her energy all of a sudden go back up into the light. It didn't happen right away, but it was about 10 minutes of clearing all of this energy around her. And I was like, what did they do to her? It was like they trapped her energy field in like a lower realm. And I'm like, this is exactly what I had seen happen to me and what I had seen happen to a lot of other people that I've been trying to rescue, so to speak, with these portal systems and these trap systems. And it almost feels like they like took out like a chapter of her Akashic record. Like that's what it almost felt like. It felt like they like took her destiny away from her. That's kind of the energy of what it felt like in here. And I was like, oh my God, like this black magic was this what was keeping us from seeing the truth? And then I was like, is this what was hiding Hillary's election? And so as all of the black magic is clearing out and Hillary is rising up, I'm like, they messed with her destiny. They messed with her destiny. And then I was like, they trapped her in a lower realm and they erased the presidency out of her Akashic record. That's what it feels like happened to her. And as I am like moving her up, she's going back into the light and she's going back to her destiny. And she's a goddess, okay? That's her origin. She's a goddess. And so when she lost that election in 2016, all the goddesses felt something was off because they could feel the energy. The goddesses are connected in the energy. A lot of feminine energy felt that something was wrong, okay? That is because we are all connected to Hillary, okay? That's an energy from another lifetime. And she got trapped, okay? And her destiny was literally stolen from her. And then they keep going to the Mueller report, okay? So I knew that black magic was involved, yes. And the other thing I can tell you all is when I saw this black magic clearing, I saw how much money went into this black magic. There was so much money, guys. And then I saw the cover-up. I saw the cover-up of the 2016 election when I got through the black magic. And all I kept hearing was the Electoral College was hacked. The Electoral College in the red states were hacked, okay? And so I saw all the layers of all the people involved in this cover-up, okay? And so it was basically masked under this most powerful black magic that I accidentally ran into because of my attack. But it all makes sense because it's all connected, because I was reading on Hillary. I was reading on the 2016 election. That's how these people came into my world, okay? So in a sense, because Hillary's destiny was taken away from her, what happened is that it's like everything like got thwarted essentially. So it's like because she was forsaken through this black magic that they did on her, okay? Because her divinity was interfered with or intervened with, then it affects everybody else. It's like a trickling effect, okay? So she's one person that the destiny was messed with, but then it starts to mess with everybody else's destiny. The other thing that's really interesting is that they're showing me is that Mueller, okay, I know this is like a very spiritual take on the election, but black magic is very real and these people use it. It is very real, okay? It is something that they use as a weapon and we are not aware of how powerful it is. And until you can find it and clear it, it is there. It is like a huge weight of energy. And it can, like I said, it looks like they entrapped her in a lower realm so she couldn't rise back up. I mean, I'm surprised she's alive. When I saw her, she looks like almost dead. I mean, what they did to her. Like, it's like I couldn't get her up, you know what I mean? But it's like I cleared all the energy and I got her. She's up. She's back up, guys. Don't worry. She got back up. Yay! She's back up. But not only that, but Mueller, okay, the Mueller report. Okay, so Mueller spent all this time on the Mueller report because her destiny was thwarted and erased, essentially, like it was taken out of the Akashic record. He couldn't get to his destiny to save her, okay, because his destiny got effed with too. So no matter what Mueller did, he would never get the truth about the 2016 election because her destiny was not there anymore. So he couldn't get to his destiny. And as a result, nobody could get to their destinies. And that's why everything got so effed up. That's why all the timelines have gotten effed up. And it's because we are all one, okay? We are all one. So it's like a very interesting thing to see. But when I cleared all of that energy out, I think that is going to come to light now because it was so covered in density that we couldn't get to the truth of it. But I feel now after seeing that, and I guess because of the weekly energy and how this is aligning, all of those truths are going to finally come to the light, and her destiny is going to come back in because the destiny can't truly ever leave you. It's a divine contract, but they can thwart it, or they can bury it, or they can encapsulate you in a way so that you can't get to the destiny. So I was getting guidance today for all of us to just make sure we're sealing our timelines and the destiny in a golden white light, sealing our timelines, our destiny, and our energy fields as well, and our energy bodies, our light bodies, in a golden white light. Because something's like hitting me even right now just because I'm talking about it, and there's somebody probably evil on here trying to do some black magic to me, so I send it all back. 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 It's okay. I'm gonna clear it. I'll clear it. I'll clear all of this black magic. I will clear it, and I don't care. I will keep clearing it because it is not going to, like, I got a 6 of Wands coming in, and I also got the Emperor coming in. So this week is about stepping into our power, and, really like rising and facing our fears, and going into that power mode of who we are and what our true destiny is. And I think there's a lot of people's destinies that are attached to Hillary's destiny. And if Hillary comes back up to the light, I think that a lot of things are going to start coming into play as well, because like I said, she's a part of the collective energies. So just something that we really have to be aware of is the use of this black magic. I'm getting very strongly that the origin of the black magic is coming in from Russia. Okay, that's their jam. And that's where a lot of this came in from. It was like through the joining of forces. So the black magic is very potent, and we just have to be aware of how it can hide information and entrap people's energies. I send it all back. I send it all back. I rebuke in the name of Jesus Christ. I rebuke, I rebuke, I rebuke, I rebuke. And I send it all back. Thank you. Somebody just gave me somebody just donated to me, and I can't see who did it. Why would you let me see? Well, thank you to whoever donated. Okay, so it feels like it's going to come to the surface now, and I think this is why so many things just didn't come to light. Oh, that's so interesting. Sparrow Spirit says that Russian intelligence studied black magic for decades. Yeah, this is very advanced black magic. Yeah, to trap souls in lower realms and dimensions and things like that. That's like so next level. Like, you would have to be studying that. That's like sorcery. I mean, that's black sorcery. I mean, it's like a whole other level. And I've accidentally stumbled into it just because I'm a victim of it. And I'm like determined to clear all of it. Because I know that the V2K device, I know the origin of it is black magic. I know it is, because that's it's all about the contracts. It's all about the contracts. Like, you have to get to the contracts of everything that they did. And it's a lot of different contracts. And you have to just burn through the contracts. Because once you burn through the contracts, then they can't attach to you anymore. They can't get in. You know, that kind of a thing. I can't believe that somebody is like attacking me right now. Somebody obviously does not want this to come to light still. But it's a whole group of people that don't want this truth to come to light. I'm getting the song Gangsta's Paradise coming through. And it's like Michelle Pfeiffer movie. Been spending most of my life living in a gangster's paradise. Okay, so that's what's coming to light right now. So I just feel like a lot of this stuff is now meant to come to the surface, because you cannot get out of a destiny, so to speak. So, let's see. Low electromagnetic fields as well. Yeah, the magnetic fields is really powerful. So another interesting thing that came to light is I was getting in my readings in 2021 about Bermuda. I was getting like that coming up really strong. Something about Bermuda. And then I was getting something in links like the Navy at that time. It was coming in around the same time I was picking up on something with the Navy. And I could not figure out the Bermuda message for the life of me. I'm like, is everybody going to Bermuda? Like, what's going on in Bermuda? And then I started to realize that there is a magnetic field in Bermuda, okay? There's a vortex. So I did a little special series on my Patreon for the angel tier that's titled, what was it titled? Dark Universe, maybe? Dark Planet. And my guides were showing me all of these vortexes, and there's positive energy vortexes in the world, and there's negative energy vortexes in the world. And a lot of these evil people know all of the negative vortexes because they feed off of them and they use them, to work against whoever their enemies are. And so the Bermuda Triangle came up as one of the vortexes in that channeling session that I was doing. And then the other day, it was saying that scientists stumbled upon the magnetic field that was throwing off everyone on the earth plane, and that it was causing like a leak of sorts, and they were trying to fix it. I do feel like something was messed with with the Bermuda Triangle. Like, I feel like an energy field was messed with intentionally in some way, because it kept coming up for me around all of this corruption. And I don't know. I could be wrong. It could be Mother Nature, but I don't know. I knew something was like off there, but it looks like some scientists are trying to like figure it out and fix it. But I know it's definitely playing into a lot of when the magnetic field gets messed up, because I know Schumann resonance has been messed with, the ley lines have been messed with, grid lines, and it's all about the circular magnetic field. And it's like how our body stays in alignment and how we function and how we can function like normally as humans without interruption or interference. It also, I think, keeps us safe from probably astral realms and other energies as well, because when we're in alignment or in a certain balance, then we can't be, what's the word? Vulnerable, maybe more vulnerable to attacks and things like that when we're out of balance or out of sync, kind of a thing. Let's see here. And spending most of life. I think Atlantis is close to the triangle. Oh, wow. That's so interesting if that's the case, huh? Since there was an attack there. Yeah, I've been trying to clear like Atlantean energies. All right, somebody's trying to attack me like hardcore right now. So just send me white light, healing light, and enveloping my whole energy field right now, because they're trying to break in my energy field. That's what they're trying to do right now. I'm hearing like psyops. That's what they do. That's what these people do. But the thing is that they're coming down on everybody who's speaking up. Everybody that's coming to the light. This group, they think they own everybody right now. And we have to face our fears, and we have to come to the light, and we cannot be pushed down. A lot of the mind control or the dark mind program with the V2K devices is like, you're never gonna win. We're too powerful. You're not gonna survive this. I mean, that's a lot of what they say over and over again. They are programming it into you that the enemy is stronger than you, that they're more powerful than you, that there's too many people involved. Like, it's like that kind of an energy. And if we all buy into that energy, then we won't. Okay, we won't. But we have to believe that, our God, the universe, is more powerful than them, and that they are using dark energies to win. And as soon as we can uncover all of those dark energies, then their protections are gone. They don't have protection. They don't have protection. Because protection comes from the light, not the dark. Lucifer doesn't give a crap about them. Lucifer's a taker. Take. Lucifer wants their lives, okay? It is not, it's not going to work out for them, you know what I mean? Once everything comes to the light, they lose their protections. They only thrive in the dark. They're like vampires. They only win in the dark. So Dennis is talking about the magnetic field right now. Yeah, so I think a lot of it, I just think you can just call in prayer. And thank you, D-Tune, for the donation. I really appreciate it. So you can call in healing energies for the planet. You can call in healing energies for the dark vortexes. You can call in healing energies for planetary alignments, planetary structures. Like I said, you can seal all timelines in like a golden light to try to protect the timelines. Just anything that just is working with the light. That's what you want to do. You don't want to drop to the level of doing black magic back. You don't want to curse people or hex them. You don't want that energy to go. You don't want that energy. You want to get all of this energy up, because that's how their karma comes in. The karma comes in for them when there's nothing left to protect them. That's how the truths come to the light. That's how everything unravels. And I do feel very strongly that there are witnesses out there that know the truth, that are coming forward around this too. I am feeling that very strongly. So we have to send those witnesses love. We have to send them protection. We have to send everybody who is going to get the information out, protections, truths, and then we want to clear everything that is entrapping them, clearing all of those energies out. I do think this stuff worked for a long time. I do. I know this black magic has been working for a long time, centuries. I actually was getting a message that we cleared a century-old curse the other day too. I was getting a message around that as well. So there's curses that have been done throughout time that we can continue to clear, that are entrapping certain parts of the collective, certain humans. And we have to clear all of those energies out in order for us to heal the karma, and we can heal the karmic cycle. And then we're also freeing those souls who are entrapped as well, bringing them back to the light to fulfill their destinies. We definitely want everyone on the destiny path, getting on their destiny, because that's how we're going to get us back to balance, back to the light, fully back to the light, is through the destiny. So that's also, I believe, why the twin flames might have gotten bonkers too, because they start messing with one destiny, then it messes with another destiny, and the twins are joined together in a destiny. They have a shared destiny. That's why they're linked together. And so if all the destinies get messed up, then the twins are going to get messed up too, because then they would get out of alignment. So that might be why the twins kind of went bonkers in 2021 as well. And then I do think they also were weaponizing the twins through the twin flame connection. So anyways, I hope that helps you guys out to kind of like understand what's really going on and why we were unable to get to that truth, because they were hiding that truth. Okay, it looks like they took it out of the record altogether. It feels like they just deleted that chapter out of the Akashic record altogether. So we might want to heal the Akashic records and heal anything that's been messed with. Okay, sealing the Akashic records in divine love and light energies. Transcend. Can your twin flame be younger? Yeah, absolutely. They could be younger. We don't always incarnate at the same time, and we don't always like choose to come into union at, you know, if you're not ready for the destiny, then you might not come into union in that lifetime. I think your union depends on how close you are to your destiny. And so if you're in alignment to the destiny, then you would come into union in some way. So yeah. There. Okay, I'll leave you guys there. Thanks so much for watching, and thank you for all of your donations. I really appreciate your support on here. It means a lot. If you guys are interested in my intuitive mentorship program, it begins the first Tuesday of June, and I am meeting with them tonight. We have our meetup tonight at 5:30 with my students. So if you guys are a student, I'll see you there. And if you guys are interested in a reading, you guys can all go to my website at soulpath.me. Thanks everybody. Thanks to Sparrow, Jenny, and everybody else, Polly, everybody else who has been commenting, Dennis, all of you out there. I appreciate it. And I will talk to you all soon. Bye.